Hey, what's up? This is Brandon Simmons from BrandonSimmons.biz, and this is episode 9 of Bullheaded, my weekly video blog of the Houston Texans, going over their team news, giving my thoughts on the team itself, as well as giving a game preview of their upcoming matchups. Now, this is week 10 of the NFL season, and the Texans are just coming off their bye week, and they're about to take on the Cincinnati Bengals on Monday Night Football. However, one of the biggest things I think that is on the mind of the Houston Texans, all of the Texans fan base right now, is the uncertainty following, their bye week. What's going to happen this second week of the season. I touched on it last week a little bit in my blog, which can be found on BrandonSimmons.biz or whatever, cheap promo. But basically, what's going to happen? In the first half of the season, there was a lot of unexpected uncertainty. Arian Foster was, of course, we knew he was going to be injured the first couple of games, but we didn't know he would be, lost for the season, in a couple games ago. The ineffectiveness at the quarterback position due to, uncertainty. Who was going to start, who wasn't going to start. Is Ryan Mallett even going to show up to practice? Just different things like that. And, it didn't really help, the team's performance at all, coming in at 3-5 and everything. So it really, pretty much the key word to our, to describe our first half of the season was uncertainty. And here we are facing that same uncertainty now, going into the second half of the season. As it stands, the Indianapolis Colts, they lead a very weak AFC South division, but Andrew Luck is out for like 2 to 6 weeks. So with that being said, we have a chance to take on the division. However, a lot of fans have been clamoring about, some of the college quarterbacks that are in right now, that they could possibly, be top 10 even, first round, much less. And so a lot of people are like, maybe it wouldn't be such a bad idea if we tank the rest of the season and see if we can get us a top 10 spot or a number 1 spot and grab us a quarterback for the future. So once again, we're faced with uncertainty because, think about it. We really have had a problem at the quarterback position, and it really has not improved at all this season. And you can see how damaging it can be to a whole team, much less a whole franchise. People are there's serious talk of people losing their jobs, from the front office to the coaching staff, all because we don't have a quarterback. So definitely, I'm not a fan of tanking in any sport, whether it be football, NBA, whatever. I'm really not a huge fan of that. But if it's gonna, in this case, if it's gonna help the Texans, then do what you have to do. Because I'm tired of us picking up backup quarterbacks, from other teams, and they come to our team and they just prove to be unsuccessful at all. So it's just setting us back, each time that happens. As far as on the flip side of actually winning the division, a lot of people expected us, to be in the playoffs. A lot of people expected us to be, an improvement, maybe 10-6, maybe 11-5, something to improve off the 9-7 mark from last year. So it looks like if we actually put effort and win some of these games, we may be in a position to win this division. If we don't win the division, it doesn't. More than likely we're not going to get in the playoffs. We're just not. Our record just isn't that competitive. But as you can see, there's like 2 different stories, being looked at right now. And so, me personally, I would love to see, I'm leaning towards, going in and, winning this division and seeing what we got. However, the problem with that is we have a really, really tough schedule following the second half of the season. Of course, we have, our same AFC South opponents, but at the same time, outside of the Titans and Jaguars, it's really not that easy of a schedule. We do play the Colts again, but we will be on the road playing them, and we never won in Indianapolis. In the franchise's history, never has won in Indianapolis with Peyton Manning, without Peyton Manning, with Andrew Luck, without Andrew Luck. The one year Peyton Manning got hurt and just missed, the rest of the season, we lost that game in Indianapolis. So definitely it is going to be a struggle this season. On top of in addition to the Colts, we also have the Patriots, who are, yeah, that just goes without saying, just amazing. We have a surprising Jets team, that'll actually be coming to Houston. But after that, sometime during the season, we're actually going to be going to Buffalo and playing in Buffalo. I believe it's in December, and yeah, cold, and potentially that might lead to a lot of snowing and stuff. And so I don't. This team has never played in too many snow games, if ever played in any snow games. So that'll definitely be something very interesting to watch out for. But to start off all of this gauntlet of hell, tomorrow the team is going to be playing the Cincinnati Bengals, who's surprisingly undefeated this year, and it'll be on Monday Night Football. And so it's definitely going to be a piece of work tomorrow because we're going to be on the road as well. Going through this, I was trying to see. So far this season, I haven't really picked a game that the Texans should lose. That's not my MO, to be honest with you. I mean, look, it's my video blog. I'm not gonna pick them to lose. I love my team. I can't help it. Sorry, whatever. But looking at this Bengals game, I was like, this is probably the toughest matchup that we just really have, and on. And the reason, and this is even tougher than the Falcons matchup. And that one, I was like, we could probably. I was so sure that we could sneak out a win against the Falcons. But going into this Bengals game, I was like, how do you beat an undefeated team that has a deep wide receiver core? And pretty much the main answer that a lot of people, whoever sees this, probably going to leave a nasty comment on this video and say, you must be out your freaking mind. It's all going to boil down to Brian Hoyer. That's pretty much it. Reason being is, before Hoyer came to the Texans, he played for the Cleveland Browns for 2 years. And during that 2 years, he managed to get a 2-0 record against the Bengals. As a starter. So, with that being said, he's been in that division 2 years. He knows the game plans like left and right. He knows that team. He probably knows it a little bit better than what we would know it from. Even though we played them last year, I'm pretty sure he would have a little bit better insight on just how to beat the Bengals. I mean, he's the only one on this team that's probably beat them twice in the last 2 years. So, definitely it's going to depend. It's all going to come down on Brian Hoyer's play. The Bengals defense, they're good. They're not top 10. They're nothing of the extreme. There's nothing to get too excited about, and there's nothing to get too low about on them. Their pass rush is crazy. I think they have 23 sacks actually, and that's 5th overall in the league. So that pass rush is definitely going to be a problem. So with that being said, the coaches need to draw up, quite a few screen passes and flat passes to get to the running backs to neutralize that pass rush. Slow down players like Geno Atkins that's on that defensive line. Definitely use DeAndre Hopkins in the passing game for sure, for deep routes and everything else, and just basic, just regular, common sense passing game etiquette. Spread the ball around if you can as well, because like I said, the Bengals defense is nothing to get too high up on or to get too low about. They're a good, sufficient defense that makes plays when they need to make plays. So like I said, it's all going to depend on Hoyer. As far as our defense, I don't know what you can do against a team like this. Like Andy Dalton is playing, one of his best seasons. He has 2,200 yards, 18 touchdowns. He has 35 plays, of 20 plus yards, and he also has 7 plays of 40 plus more yards. So yeah, he definitely will bomb it on you. On top of that, he has a receiving core led by AJ Green, and it's pretty much he, I think, yeah, I'm trying to remember the stats off of last year's game, but yeah, he pretty much did damage to us last year. So, of course, our defense needs to step up. Secondary for sure. D line, just get it together. Just rush after him and see if you can get to the quarterback. I think if we get to Dalton, and it doesn't even have to be a sack. If we get a couple hits just to throw off some of his throws and everything, then we'll definitely be okay. Running game as well. If we get to some of their running backs, linebackers especially, they need to show up. I think this could be a game that we will actually, sneak out, and it'll definitely be a win that we need to sneak out considering the situation, in our division right now. We do have a chance to get back in the first place and, probably maintain, first place for a while now. And also we have a chance to improve our record a little bit. So if we do miss out on the division, maybe we can, get a couple of wins down the road and maybe latch onto a playoff spot, or maybe just improve one game more. But like I said, going back to before, just summarize everything up. Pretty much it's all going to depend on Hoyer, for this game, and we're coming off a bye week, so I feel pretty confident that we'll be rested up and energized. We'll be a little bit more focused. With Cincinnati, yeah, they'll be. They're coming off a bye week as well, so they'll definitely be ready, and especially on in front of their Monday night home crowd. So it's going to be an interesting game, and hopefully we can sneak out a win and start off the second half of the season on the right note. But that's all I have today. I'm Brandon Simmons for BrandonSimmons.biz. This is Bullheaded. Holla.